Welcome back to the vlog, y'all. If you're new here, hi, my name's Dominique. To my OGs, what's up? Thank you for coming on another adventure, garden adventure, but we're not going to be in the garden today. Today we are going to make a Thanksgiving console style dessert table. I hope you stick with me to the end. So I started this project by sanding down my 12 by 3 foot and 12 by 8 foot pieces of wood, and these pieces of wood are 2 inches thick. While I was doing that, my husband was out in the garden area getting our turkey fryer ready because we wanted to make sure that we could operate it before Thanksgiving Day. So for this project, I wanted to use pocket holes. And I wanted to use pocket holes because you wouldn't have to drill a screw down through the tabletop and have like screws in the tabletop. I wanted to be able to drill up through the side, and then the screw that you put in comes up through the side and into the underside of the tabletop, never to be seen. So this pocket hole kit worked well. I researched it on YouTube, of course, and found that it was really easy to use. Here I'm showing you how the pocket holes go in. So they look like the little ovals, but you just slide the screw in there and the screw just pops up through the top of the wood that you can see right there. And then you screw your tabletop screws from the underside onto the legs. Now, it did take me some adjusting because on this tool, there are measurements on the backside for the thickness of the wood. And so the depth of the drill won't go too far so that you won't like put your screw through the tabletop after doing all this work. So it did take me some adjusting to figure out what depth to do it. Now, it was supposed to be, because my wood is 2 inches thick, I was supposed to just be able to put it on a 2-inch thick part, but it just didn't work out that way, and I wound up actually putting it only on the 3/4 part, and that I determined would enable the screw to go in and not come up and not pierce through the top of my tabletop. Okay, here I'm just determining how on earth am I going to get these things on here. My husband was working on the turkey fryer, and I was kind of doing it solo at this point. So I'm trying to figure out how can I get this screwed together. Now, right about here is where I get stumped because I realized that the Craig screws have a different screw top than my Phillips head drill bit, and I'm thinking, how am I going to get these screws put in? Well, after I got back on YouTube, I figured out that inside of the little Craig pocket hole drill bit container, there is this tip. And this tip works with the Loctite screws that come in the Craig kit. The tip was inside the kit as well. So the kit includes everything. The kit was like 34 bucks for the blue pocket hole jig, and then it includes all the tools that you need, including the screw head to screw the screws in. Did you see how the pocket hole worked?
I've seen it on the video. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was in here confused. Now I'm trying to figure out how sturdy is this thing gonna be. I did the pocket holes, but you see the table has some give and some flex, and I didn't like that. So I decided, because this bottom piece of wood isn't my actual tabletop, I'm going to go ahead and screw a few screws. I pre-drilled so it wouldn't split the wood, and screw a couple of screws into this part because I'm going to glue the tabletop on top of that.
1/16 a 1/4 of a waffle. Now, once you figure that
1/16 of 1/4
of a waffle, and so once you figure that math out, then you know what portion you're able to get.
I think I prefer to get 1 1/2 of a waffle. I think I'll do that.
I went ahead and clamped and glued down and weighted down the tabletop. My husband made delicious bread-free chicken, and we had chicken and waffles.
And we do have more.
All right, it is a couple of days later because I had to order edge tape on Amazon. So edge tape is simply wood veneer with glue on the back, and you use your iron to heat the glue up and it sticks or adheres to the wood. Y'all, this was a process. It took me 2 hours to do, and I'm gonna say this one that I ordered wasn't that great, so I'm not gonna link it for you because at the end there just wasn't enough glue. I also ordered these vintage style cast iron brackets because I figured they would add detail, but also they would add stability. I absolutely love these brackets. My daughter loved them. My husband loved them. My sons loved them. We all just love how the detail that they add to this piece. At this point, I was also considering staining the piece, but after looking at it with the brackets, I figured, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. Right here, you're seeing the pocket holes. I just wanted to show you again how they attach. After all that work, I finally got to style this table. Now I am going to use it for desserts, but in the meantime, while it's sitting here, it might as well be pretty. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you stayed this long, would you consider liking, subscribing, and share this video? It helps the channel grow. Until next time, the Lord bless and keep you and make his face shine upon you. See y'all later.